The following is a presentation of W.O.N Sports, America's home of champions.
Hello and welcome to Candlepins for Cancer, live from Bowl-O-Rama in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. All season long, we will be raising money for bowlers and their families for the fight against this terrible disease. To donate or take part, please go to candlepins4cancer.com. Candlepins number 4, cancer.com. Today, we're pleased to feature the stars of our second stepladder match. Our previous winner, Scott LaPierre, and our number 3 qualifier with 688, Paul Markey. And your host, Paul Grant.
Well, thanks, Greg Gouillart. Thanks again, Bob Lee with us also. Thank you for watching on Candlepin Bowling Network and W.O.N Sports New York. Number 5 seed, Scott LaPierre from Sanford, Maine. A whopping 163 in your last string, a 419, 332 win over number 4 seed, C.B.N. Terrific match.
Yeah, it was an awesome match. Yeah, playing good. I'll keep it going here.
All right, good luck today.
Thank you.
Paul Markey just missed the ladder series, the first ladder series, number 6 seed by 3 pins.
Yep.
Missed a few shots you normally make for spares.
Not a single pin.
You were terrific, a 153 in that 5th string to get you into number 3 spot today.
Yeah, no, the last 5 boxes I kind of came around. The last 3 boxes I took out a couple of spares and got in there.
For those who don't know you, how did you get your start in Candlepin Bowling?
My mother, actually, she's here today, and her parents used to bowl, so I just kind of picked coming down the line.
All right, good luck today.
Yep,
All right, so 3-string format, total pinfall wins. If there's a tie, a 1-string roll-up to continue the winner to face Dean Sullivan, the number 2 seed. Candlepins for Cancer on Candlepin Bowling Network and W.O.N Sports New York underway.
Thanks, Paul, and hello to everyone watching on Candlepin Bowling Network. Alongside Bob Lee, our executive producer, my name is Greg Gouillart. And if this is your first time watching Candlepin Bowling, it plays just like big ball bowling, except you get 3 small balls instead of 2 big ones, and also any pins on the plate stay on the plate and can be played as live wood. We'll get the computer set in just a moment, and then we'll get underway.
If you're watching on W.O.N Sports, we'll start in just a moment. 688 qualifying series for Paul Markey. Just terrific. Watch that thrilling match on Candlepin Bowling Network. Him and C.B.N put on the show. And talk about putting on a show. Dean Sullivan, 696, the number 2 seed, will play the winner. The eventual number 1 seed will be 732. Shawn Baker won a 9-pin tournament recently for $1,000. So there's at least $1,000 wrapped up. Run-up of this match will win $250. The winner moves on to play Dean Sullivan. First of 3 strings underway. Scott LaPierre drops 9. 4-pin left up, wood to help. Scott averaging 124 in some leagues. Spare to start the match.
Picking up right where he left off, had a chain of 5 marks in the last string to win his match. So effectively 6 in a row after that stop down as Paul Markey gets set for this match.
And we'll clear that wood. Fun thing about Candlepin Bowling is, for those in W.O.N Sports Network, you can play the pin that falls down the playing surface called wood. It makes for some very interesting shots and disappointments as well. Season 2 Latitude Series on Candlepin Bowling Network. Please like, please share, please subscribe so you don't miss a beat. Candlepin Bowling Network, your home for all things Candlepin Bowling. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Number 5, Scott LaPierre. Number 3, Paul Markey from Portsmouth, Bowl-O-Rama, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Beautiful 22-lane facility packed with birthday parties. Fast house. Good sidewall action. Scott on a spare. Nice ball strike. What a start. 20 through 1, 30 plus 2 through 3. Picking up where he left off in the last match, he threw a whopping 163.
Good pro averages hovering about the 120s. LaPierre's current average 124. On pace to do better than that already.
Paul Markey out of Lead Lanes, Nashua, New Hampshire.
Oh boy.
Sizzles 8 has the 9 and 10. Wood to help. How you playing this, Greg? As wood moves away.
Yikes.
I'm going left to tip wood by the 10 pin. Tip left.
Yeah, the ball can carry him off to the left side if so. Let's see what Paul does.
Which Paul? Missed it. Just an incredible performance in that qualifying round, that 5th string, 153. 10 to start the match. Already down 10. Up against a strike. Paul from Greenville, New Hampshire, originally Epping, New Hampshire. League bowler 112, high for a season 115. Is a high single of 176. Head pin hit, a 3-2 split. He's got the 3-6-10 on the right, the 4-7 on the left. She used that wood to spin it over.
Yeah, usually it's makeable enough by the pocket shot, 3-6, but the wood's in the way. This will be tough.
Nice bid, won't go. That's the 4-7-10. The runner gets $250 today. The winner moves on to play number 2 seed Dean Sullivan. Oh, nice out for 9. 19 through 2, down 11 in the string, plus 2 bonus balls. Scott Lapierre now on a strike. A spare and a strike to start the match. On lane 9. Half Worcester.
That's why you get 2 balls, as they say.
Scott out of Bowl-O-Rama in Stamford, Maine. We're at Bowl-O-Rama in Portsmouth, New Hampshire right now. Good second ball. Ends up with an 8 fill. Has the Water discount to 5 and 10. Old department store chain.
So we saw Half Worcester played on the inside, and Half Worcester, of course, being a 2-8 or a 3-9 punch-out. But this time goes on the outside. Boy, the pin action was pretty. Just didn't take it all.
Missed the wood for an 8. 38 through 2, now 46 through 3 in the first of 3. Candlepins for Cancer.com is a 501c3 charity. Please help donate to help bowlers and their families suffer from cancer. Candlepins number 4, Cancer.com. Again, Candlepins number 4, Cancer.com. Any donation on is welcome. Thank you very much for your generosity. Candlepins number 4, Cancer.com. 4th box, 1st string. Tough split here for Scott Lapierre.
Hasn't lost any steam, 34 miles an hour on that shot.
Speaking of Dean Sullivan, he's been the number 2 ladder series last season, number 2 ladder series here this season.
Al Johnson speculating to her left. Al Johnson, the president of Candlepins for Cancer. He thinks maybe a sidewall kick is the best possible chance, and the wood shot in front of the 10. The sidewalls are lively here at Bowl-O-Rama, so utilizing them to your advantage is a great way to rack up big scores in a hurry, like Scott did in the first 2.
Scott with a 10, 56 through 4 here in the first. So Paul Markey needs 37 to tie. 19 is first 2. We have a special guest. We cannot say, don't give it away, Greg. We have a special guest after the first string before we start. Don't give it away.
It's worth it.
Yeah. Paul Markey, the tall right-hander, 3.
Don't hit your backswing on that monitor, kid.
Very quiet bowler. Used the whole approach. Trying to work out of this jam. Now he's got the 1, 6, and 10. Go for the short 2 on the right. And that's a Paul Grant shot. Do I go for the 1? Do I go for the 2? Miss it both. 7 box, 26 through 3.
Don't succumb to the tyranny of choice.
Down 20 already. High single 176, high triple 435. His high 5 is 664 before that ladder series where he got a 688. So he improved by 24 pins in that qualifying round.
Sure,
you can watch a thrilling match on Candlepin Bowling Network. The 5th string of him and Jay Simino, who was on the last match, were just duking it out for 4th and 5th. And Paul ended up going number 3. Doinked it. Tough break.
Yeah, wood isn't always your friend in this game. It was way out in front. There was a chance possibly to negotiate to left, but that's really difficult with the right to left delivery.
Tough Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the 3rd for a 10. 36 through 4 in the first of 3 from Portsmouth. On Candlepin Bowling Network and W.O.N Sports, New York.
It was Paul's best chance so far, but still plenty of time to go in this 3-string total pinfall match.
That's right. The most notable difference, other than the scores and the accuracy, though, is Paul Markey is throwing a 40-mile-an-hour ball. Good 6 miles an hour faster. That and remember, velocity gets squared in this formula, so that's like 36 times more energy compared to the 34 squared.
That's way over my head, Bob. I'm more of a people person.
What is the velocity as it sails past Paul Grant's head? Kidding.
I feel the love here. I feel the love. No respect. Love doing Rodney Dangerfield. 8 box for Scott Lapierre, 64.5 here in the first of 3. One of the best bowls in the state of Maine.
My point is the 6 gets squared. It's not just the difference between 40 and 34. It's
Bob, you should be
squared and 34.
You should be a physics professor, Bob Lee.
No, I shouldn't. I should be a statistician.
4 drop, these up the bundle of 6. Scott's high single 207. High triple 460. High 5 727. He's got Wood to help in the back, and he got it. Third spare of the string. 74 in a ball through 6.
And it's tough with those back pins. They're deceptively difficult to just drive straight back. So another big breakthrough for Lapierre. Markey starting to find the range, but needs to start picking up some marks now. He's actually been on the head pin 3 out of 4 times, so this time he gets away. Just triangle number 4 taken out. It's all intact for him. He's got in the pocket this time. And the 2 stands. Had a good comeback after triangle number 4. And a 10 to complete it. Don't underestimate the power of the third ball here. It's only 2 pins difference, and Markey hanging in there. 3 marks already for Lapierre. Remember, 3 marks in a row pays $25 in bonus money.
And don't forget, it's a 3-string total pinfall, so no points involved like the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. He's got the hay bale, the pack of 5. Go a little bit less than 1 in 3 times for pro bowlers without wood. Stats provided by Candlepin Bowling Network. Really could use a mark here.
Of course, $25 for winning the string as well.
Markey mark! First one. 56 in the ball through 6. Both on spares.
Same principle, that back pin leave makes the hay bale slightly more difficult than the check mark. Not overly more difficult if I recall correctly. But
after this first string, stay tuned for a special guest before we start second string.
Is he coming from the north?
4 more boxes from each.
Is he the king of the north?
That's Calvin Locke. King of the north. Lapierre just 4 in that spare thin hit. 78 through 6 here in the first of 3 from Portsmouth. The winner of the face, number 2 seed Dean Sullivan, through a 696 in the qualifier. Nice ball, almost. Oh, will it? Give it. Good try. Couldn't quite reach the 10. Heck of an offer. Clean shot at that 10 pin. Single pins go up to 72% of the time for pro bowlers that would. Again, stats by Candlepin Bowling Network. And got the, who needs the wood? 10 box. 88 through 7.
Still only left the 4 pins standing in 5 open frames. The general principle I've seen is that if you're leaving less than a pin per box, you're doing pretty well with the pinning overall. A perfect game. We have seen a number of perfect games here over the course of our Candlepins for Cancer shows, where you get no pins left standing.
On the head pin, breaks to the right side. Now it's the 4-7 spare leave. These go about just over 50% for pro bowlers without wood. Again, all stats by Candlepin Bowling Network. We can like, share, subscribe, get notified when we go live. Never miss a beat on your home for all things Candlepin Bowling. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. For a spare. No.
Never went there.
Want to go a little more inside.
See the pins go at the pin.
Yeah.
Tried to play the wood, but you never know what the pin's going to do. If anyone's wondering about true perfection of 300, it's never been done in Candlepin Bowling. The guy who's come closest, one of two anyway, is who you saw in the last exhibition match, Chris Sargent.
245, high single. Lap year 9, 97 through 8. Paul Markey on a spare, 56 in the ball through 6. Number 5 versus number 3. Paul Markey, the number 3 seed. One of the face, number 2, Dean Sullivan. On the bonus. Look at this. You're going to be kidding me. Wow. That's a bad wow. 4-7 left, 5 middle, 10 right. 62 through 6. This would be amazing. Good try. Almost.
My goodness.
Not bad.
Yeah, getting 10 out of this is going to be impressive. I wonder if he was trying to play the tip of the wood and the 5-pin, which could have created a spin over to the right. Still very well pinned overall, even though it's 9.
He gets a 9 box, 71 through 7. Down 17 in the string right now, box to box.
Also harsh to only get 6 on that. The average spare fill, again, based on Candlepin Bowling Network stats, about 6.5.
And 8.3 for strike fills also. That's a good head pin hit, but well, no more split. Got a break. Has a 6 pin on the right. What's the ESPN probability rate here?
The day we get stat tracks will be a great day for Candlepin Bowling.
And he got it with the wood. He'll take it.
Ooh.
Sigh of relief. 81 in the ball through 8. Can cut the single digits. Up next. First of 3 strings on Candlepin Bowling Network. Candlepinsforcancer.com. Please help support the charity. All Bowls families with cancer treatments and their family members. Your help is required to help us raise money. Please help optionally. Candlepins number 4, cancer.com. Can't do it without you. Spread eagle. Now here's an interesting stat. Bob Lee, give us the update on the stats on this shot.
This is a 1%er. I've watched several hundred pros shoot at this, and I've seen 1 for every 100 go. So that's about 1%. Almost.
He's up to 247.
Jeff Surratt hit 3 in a row. I mean, there was wood on 2 of them, but he hit 3 in a row during the last money match with Exeter.
Just one of the best pro bowlers in the game today. And chucks out the object pin for an 8. 105 through 9. Leaving the door open. $25 to win each string, by the way. Scott Lappia won all 3 strings against Jay Simino. Jay Simino threw a good ball overall, especially those first 2 strings. In fact, that first string, he only had 1 pin left on the board. Beautiful pocket shot for strike 9.
On the head pin more than not in this string.
4 pin remains. His scores in that first lattice series, first qualifying round of the lattice series, number 5 seed, 126, 130, and 163. 419, a spare in the 10th. 115 in the ball.
Good round of applause here from the crowd in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. They see the 4th mark, chance for 120s, and another good solid performance for LaPierre.
11th rack.
10th frame works the same, 1 more bonus ball.
On the fill, in the pocket, 8, 9. Almost a strike. He'll take a 9 fill on a 124. First string.
That's what he had in the first.
126 last time out. 124 this time.
Yep, 1 strike and 3 spares, and just about a pin a box. 7 pins left in 6 open frames this time around. So,
And right about the pro average of 3.1 spares, 0.9 strikes per string. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network.
you often see those moments at Candlepin where you get 9/10 of a spare.
Paul Markey's on a bonus here on lane 9 here in New Hampshire. Thin hit 4. 85 through 8. Down 12 in the string. Object pin hit too thin. Has the 5, 6, and 10. Take your 2 points, 2 pins here and move on to the next box. Very difficult leave. And that's what he does for 9. 94 through 9. So a triple strike to tie. And they get $12.50 each if that's the case.
Any mark, though, in this match stays within about 1 or 2 marks.
If he wins the string of the triple strike, he should get the $25 on the tiebreaker. Best box. Crossing over.
Oh, baby.
8 has the 3 and the 9. Wood to help.
If you want to see Markey really perform well, he got a 169 at the Leda Lanes Easter Classic. That's a 20-string format. It takes all day, and he rolled a 169 as we covered it on Candlepin Bowling Network.
Did a great job covering that, Greg. And you missed the object pin. Tough break. Not the start you wanted. Plenty of time left, though. 2 more strings to go.
Yeah, 70% on head pins. Just didn't get the good follow-up shots, but still plenty of time to make up the gap.
He gets a 10 box and ends up with a 10. Oh, that should be a 104. 104 first string, so Scott Lampia takes the first string. 124-104 on Candlepin Bowling Network and W.O.N Sports New York. We'll be back with our second string in just a moment with our special guest.
It is totally unacceptable to me when people dump on New York. But how can I stop them when it's plain to see we're dumping on ourselves? We've got to sweep our sidewalks, put our trash in plastic bags, the bags in cans, etc., etc. How can we get the world to respect us if we don't respect ourselves? If you're a New Yorker, then sweep it, can it, bag it, and don't dump on New York.
Hi, Santa.
Now, for those who don't know who you are, can you give us an introduction who you are?
Santa Claus, and this is Mrs. Claus.
Hi.
You better have, huh?
Yes.
Does she still call all the shots?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I do. Yeah.
I don't want to be an elf. I want to be a dentist.
What?
All right, so what's on your list for the 24th? You got an off day that day?
Well, we have a very busy night coming up that night. We've been preparing for the whole year, and we'll, between Mrs. Claus and I, we'll have our agenda squared away and plenty of places to go on New Year's or Christmas Eve.
Now, I got to be honest, I never asked for anything for Christmas, but there's one thing I want you to get yourself for Christmas and Mrs. Claus.
Oh, what's that?
I want you to get a WOW shirt to help support Candlepins for Cancer.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. That's great. I'm very supportive of that program, and that would be a very nice thing.
And they make a great stocking stuffer, and they go out in the chimney much easier, too, by the way.
Yes, it would.
We got a whole box full if you like, also.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Have a safe trip on the 24th, okay?
Happy
Do
holidays.
you have flight insurance, by the way?
We try. Sometimes it's hard. The reindeer cause problems with the insurance companies, but we do our best.
Premium hike next year, I guess, huh?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
All right.
Merry
Thank
Christmas.
you.
Merry Christmas. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Al Johnson, the charity of Candlepins for Cancer. Al, we got some good news today.
Well, yes, since Santa showed up, we've already raised $850. Mike Morin, with his calendars, donated $350. The other person, people don't, they would just like to be left off, as the charity that grows. And I can't thank these people enough who actually come here and donate and helping our charity, which helps Candlepins for survivors. Chemo, radiation, whatever, suffering, we have to stay home. We send money, $1,000 or $500, depending on the case. And it's been working very well. We've sent out over $19,000. We'll be sending another $1,000 tomorrow to 2 different other people. And with the donations that we've received over the past week and the donations received today, help very much, and we'll take care of that very promptly. And if anybody would like to donate, it's candlepinforcancer.com, Candlepins for Cancer with a 4. You can just go online or go on to Venmo, and you can do that also. It's an excellent charity for our bowlers, and we're going to be doing more tournaments. We have a ladies tournament coming up, the TV roll-off.
Big 20 in Scarborough, Maine, January 14th. Amanda Carroll, the #1 seed.
That's also going to be, the women are excellent to watch as we're also putting together right now a mixed doubles tournament, which could, if we get just 30 bowlers and 30 women and 30 men, we could be bowling for almost $6,000. And I just want to let everybody know who's watching this now, we're going to be putting that together soon. Once the women got involved in the game, everything started to change. So I want to thank the women very well, and we are done.
And the lady gave us a $500 ominous donation today.
Yes, we got the $500 from this young lady who came in. She's actually a bowler, but she doesn't want to be mentioned, and I actually love that part.
All right, thanks a lot, Al Johnson. Great job. So let's start our second string now from Bowl-O-Rama, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, on Candlepin Bowling Network, W.O.N Sports New York. Let's bring in Bob Lee.
All right, match 3. We have a 20-pin lead. Second string begins with Paul Markey leading it off. Markey, our number 3 qualifier, will be on lane 10. We're going to set up the scoreboard. On his left, Markey stands about 6'6". I don't know if you've taken.
I forgot my tape measure today.
Yeah. Throws with a nice, smooth ball. Doesn't show that he's throwing 40, but takes it back high, and there it is. He's got to get himself grooved like Scott Pierre. 9 drop.
Thunderous ball there. 6-pin for a spare to start the second of 3 from Bowl-O-Rama. And he missed it. That's what you can watch. These one of Danny Finn's buybacks at Ryan Family that over on the beer tournament. Wasn't there for 9. Greg Gouillart.
Well, we saw that first head pin hit there. So, again, Paul Markey was on the head pin more than not, 7 out of 10. Scott LaPierre, also 7 out of 10.
Yes, a Cleary named after Bob Cleary. Had a lot of leaves and made a lot of these shots. It's the 4. It's been left. The 1, 2, 4, 7 in the back is the 9 with a piece of wood behind. For a spare, no. And 4 horsemen's go just over 1 and 3 times for Pro Bowlers that would. Again, all stats provided by Candlepin Bowling Network. Your home for all things Candlepin Bowling. Candlepin Bowling Network. Like, share, subscribe. Free on YouTube. 7 box. 16 through 2.
Tough with the horseman. If you don't get the angle just right, it's so easy to punch through like that. Be it on the 2 pin as well. So, too bad, but still plenty of time to make up these pins. Scott LaPierre now. 4 marks in the last string. 1 strike and 3 spares. On lane 9, gets the head pin on the crossover side. Now, the kingpin was left on the crossover hit. If it stays up like this with the wood behind, it's not completely impossible.
Anywhere on the left side of this goes. Anywhere on the left side.
Al Johnson saying go left side. I don't think Scott LaPierre's mic'd up, though. You give him a Bluetooth headset.
Like quarterbacks with a headset.
It won't go. Good try. Just a tremendous clinic in that first match. 163 third string on fire. 419 to win the first ladder series as number 5 seed. Has to go all the way to the top to get 2,000. Has to win 4 rounds. He picks it up for a 10. Just underway in the second string.
Sorry, Paul. For that 400, he's already racked up $300 in bonus money and $125 for winning the first string. 124 to 104.
Book your birthday parties here at Portsmouth Bowl-O-Rama. Head pin hit, and this time no 5-7 split. It's just the 5-pin, the kingpin.
They were singing Happy Birthday, but that fell into public domain some time ago, so no
You
problem.
got a good singing voice, Greg?
Yes, I do, but I don't like sharing it, much to my wife's chagrin.
You want to try it now? We'll do karaoke here.
No, thank
We'll do karaoke between boxes here.
I do not wish to sing.
You just do tequila, the song Tequila. You just say tequila twice in the song. Or you can lip sync.
Yeah, that made it through on America's Got Talent.
You can lip sync an instrumental. He got the spare.
He got the wood and he got the bounce.
20 the ball through 2 here in the second of 3 from New Hampshire.
Hot start again, already his 5th mark. Markey's got 2.
What did he get for bonus money last round? Do you remember?
$300.
Wow. And runner-up today gets $250. The next one goes up to $500 for the runner-up. And the winner of that match against Dean Sullivan, the winner of this match, will get $1,000 minimum.
That's going.
And for a strike, almost. 5 slid over just a bit. Holds up.
Single pin again. The wood is not good. Well, it's not blocking anything, but it's not terribly helpful either.
Paul Markey lost the first 124-104. This time he's on it for a spare. Missed a single pin earlier. Nice bounce back there. 26 and the ball through 3. Thanks again for watching this great game of Candlepin Bowling across all digital platforms, including W.O.N Sports New York and Candlepin Bowling Network. And on YouTube. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Give us some stars if you like. Support Candlepin Bowling Network. Your home for all things Candlepin Bowling. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. 7 of 9. I call this a Star Trek character.
8 on the fill, though.
Big 8, Phil. 34 through 3. For another one. Got it. Back to back. Just reheated.
Go.
And Paul Markey, bowling like Paul Markey here in the second. 44 in the ball through 4.
It's so easy for fortunes to change. 8 on the first one, so keep in mind he had a 20-pin margin right now, and he got 8 on the first one to cut the deficit.
I'm just glad Santa didn't ask me if I was naughty or nice.
Well,
I would think I'm nice.
I think I'm a nice
Sometimes my
guy.
attitudes and my internal thinking is naughty.
Well,
Don't we all?
If thought was meant anything, then I thought that should have been a better lead for LaPierre, 3 and 7. Good count again. He's got an 8 count.
28 through 2 here in the second of 3. Good offer.
Just another case of good fill, bad leave.
I want Bob Lee to do a stat of every single leave with different wood variations.
Well, that's the great thing about Candlepin. There's infinitely many.
$10 for Scott LaPierre from Sanford, Maine. 38 through 3. Last time out against Jay Simino, Scott LaPierre had a 126, a 130, and a 163. Has a 124 here in the first. Now in the second. And he gets a break with a wiggling 1, 3, and 6. Paul Markey up next on a spare. Just over 50% chance to convert. Can he pick it up? Does. Right on the money. Second spare of the string, 48 in the ball through 4. Has a 4-pin lead in the string, 24 in the match. Both on spares. Paul Markey's turn on lane 10. Again, the winner to play the number 2 seed, Dean Sullivan. Both from New Hampshire. Paul Markey and Dean Sullivan. Scott LaPierre from Maine.
There's an 8-pin back there as well.
1, 2, 8 with wood to help going into the 6-pin on the right. Yep. That's on a spare, 50 through 4.
Usually get the 4 and 10, but lively sidewalls change to leave. Oh my!
All you could do there. It's like singing that Cars song. It's all you can do, all I can do. You know what I'm talking about? From Candy O. I'm getting old. 9 from Paul Markey. 59 half. I don't get that song in my head all day.
Not a bad half at all.
That's all I can do.
2 marks. LaPierre bolstered by that spare strike to start the match. So it's currently 6 marks to 4.
Pounds the strike zone and gets strike. 69 plus 2 through 6. What a shot. Third spare of the string, all in the last 4 boxes. 69 plus 2 through 6.
Ooh, you got it. Sorry, I don't sing.
Mark Carey of 1710 Augusta's begging me to go back up there to do a song.
Markey, 3 marks and 4. Unfortunate not to get them consecutive for bonus money, but could easily start another streak. Here's LaPierre.
On the spare. Tough leave. The 1, 7, 8, and 10. He's got 3 pieces of wood off to the right. 54 through 4. 54 through 4 here in the second of 3. That wood is still good. They're going to check it, though. Dave here at the Bowl-O-Rama is going to check it.
Which brings into play the deadwood rule. There's a small line about 2 feet in front of the pin plate. Dave here from Bowl-O-Rama signals that it's in play, so the wood must remain. Were it touching or forward of the line, it would have to be removed.
He doesn't lose a challenge, does he, in that? Just missed the head pin. Now he's got the high-low jack, 1710. Speaking of 1710, the old Channel 5 show, Chris Sargent made this shot, who was in that last ladder series you can watch on W.O.N New York and Candlepin Bowling Network. He won over $7,000 making the shot once, and there it is there. Of course, that was without wood. $7,000 jackpot for Chris Sargent.
How about that? Sharon Rawson also picked up a huge jackpot. It was like a couple of grand there.
64 through 5, halfway through his match.
And they raised about $25 show every week, so that spanned over multiple years to get that high.
Scott has a check mark right, the 5 in the middle, 3, 6, 10 right, 7 left. No wood, no luck.
Third split of the string for Scott.
This would be something. Oh, the wood right behind the 7. So close.
Never know where that helicopter's going to end up. And that's fair ball. There was a slight question of whether it hit the pin in the channel, but not at all. Bowler makes the call in the spirit of sportsmanship, and that's a 10.
74-6 for Scott Lapierre, the number 5 seed. On paper, technically, the number 5 seed not supposed to advance on paper, but anything changes any game, any given day.
And especially in this game, any tournament that gets seeded, any TV show you've seen with seeds, it doesn't always seem to hold true. I mean, anything can happen.
It's a whole new season, whole new ball game, as Justin Scally likes to say. 4-2 split. Working on a strike. Shots at the half. Worcester. It's the 1-4, 6-10 right. 6 on the fill. 75-6.
Merry Christmas. Audrey, I gotta go over here really quick. Thomas.
Tricky to pin this.
Oh, what an offer.
It's really good to get a 9 out of that.
84-7 here in the second. Box to box. He's up 1 in the string, down 19 in the match.
Still 1 string, and Markey's been going up every step of the way. Here's another chance.
3-6-10. Missed the object pin, leads up to 3.
Sometimes we've seen the scorpion tail of the wood take it from behind, but it wasn't quite frozen this way.
And 9 box that time. 93-8. Scott Lapierre cashing in all 4 strings he's bowled in the ladder series so far. Is $25 for each string he's won. Won $300 in the last match, right? Just in bonus money.
$300 in bonus money alone, that's correct. Including $100 for getting a 400 triple.
$250 to the run-up here in this match. Good ball for a strike. It's 9. Just a 7 remains. And that piece of wood can get in the way. He did a clean shot at it. He made a lot of nice shots getting around the wood.
Yeah, you don't want to stumble into the cap and have the ball deflect away. There's some temptation to play the wood because it's right there, but remember the old maxim, if you see the pin, play the pin.
And he capped it and got away with it. He'll take it. Spare in the 7th, 84 in the ball. Adding to his lead in the match. Again, the winner to face number 2 seed, Dean Sullivan. You got people from Michigan watching here in person. And a tough split there. Got a break, though. Still a split. He's playing traffic cop again there. Let's get a ticket now. We gave him a warning last match.
Got it. Got an 8 count there, and it was just, his traffic direction was just anything, something, please.
92-7, 3 on the right, 4 on the left. Wood to help. Can he pick it up? Yes! Back-to-back spares. 102 in the ball through 8. Pumps him up.
The wood was angled nice, but had to be accurate.
Paul Markey's down 29 in the match, plus the ball from Scott Lapierre. Paul enjoys flying.
No kidding.
Let's clarify that full-size and radio-controlled airplanes, not jets or helicopters. It's got a triangle, 4-7-8, and the 6-10, and almost made it. Good try.
That was some wacky action. The ball in the gutter can remain, so he'll just take his 3rd ball now.
9 that time, 102 through 9. Scott's mother here in attendance. Great ball in the 80s. Won some tournaments back then, state tournaments. His son Benjamin, 11-year-old son Benjamin's here also. We interviewed him last match before the show started.
There is another advantage opening up on the pinning side of things. Lapierre has not left a single pin standing in the 2nd string. 8 pins left standing for Markey, so that's about a full mark's worth advantage there. Box 10 could change all that. Oh boy.
Center triangle plus the 10.
He got on the correct side of that.
Wood rolling away. But I ruled I must stop completely before you throw the ball.
That's right.
Well, at least you're supposed to anyway. It won't go. Look at this, the 3/4 picket fence. Pick your favorite pin here, the 8, 9, and 10.
The trouble was he stumbled into the cap instead of hitting the red line, which would have taken it. That was obviously his aim. Just didn't quite get the range.
Gets 1 for an 8, 110, second string, 104, 110, 214 through 2. And Scott Lapierre is already at 102 in a ball. He'll take the second string and get another $25.
So certainly encouraging for Lapierre, but we have seen explosive strings, including Lapierre's 163. Who's to say Markey couldn't throw it against him?
Well, Paul threw a 153 here in Portsmouth, the qualifying round, to get into number 3. I mean, he was dead and buried going to that 5th string, and out of nowhere, him and Jay Simino went nuts.
And he's just faded a spare fill as Lapierre only takes out the left side and gets 3 on it.
Watch an exciting qualifying round on Candlepin Bowling Network. Round 6. 3 in that spare, 105 through 8. Now he's open with the 1, 2, and the 10. Scott Lapierre. Nice out. Gets all 3 for 10. Pretty shot.
Hey, still perfect. No pins left standing.
Clinches a second string, 115 through 9. A 5 already with the box to go. 25 in the match.
So up to $350 in bonus money already throughout the campaign, including his last match against Jay Simino. 5 seed moving on up.
He's got a high single of 207. 4-2 split this time again. 4-7 on the left, the 1, 3, 6, and then behind the 3 is the 9, playing hide and seek.
A favorite of Dave Chesterco's, who we've had the pleasure to enjoy his commentary here on Candlepin Bowling Network. Pretty when it goes. Ooh.
Talk about an accurate shot. Nothing to show for it.
Perfect game on the line here.
Be tough to get a 10 here.
Remember, there's a back pin, the 9 pin.
For a perfect string. Oh, he got it! Wow, a $10, a perfect string. What a finish! 125. 124, 125, 249 to 214, a 35-pin lead, 1 string to go on candlepinsforcancer.com. Please donate. Candlepins with a 4, cancer.com. We'll be back with our 3rd and final string on Candlepin Bowling Network and W.O.N Sports New York.
Ask your sister to sit in a half a tub of water. You've just saved over 10 gallons of water. So keep New York wet. Save water. Turn the water off when your mother's brushing her teeth. You'll save over a gallon of water. Keep New York wet. Save water.
Hey, a 3rd string. Ready, let's start. Scott Lapierre, lane 10 out of Sanford, Maine. High triple of 460, high 5, 727. And I get asked this question all the time. Are you related to Jeff Lapierre? No, they're not. And they're both from Maine. And 2 of the best bowlers in Maine.
Please, anybody who's bought a raffle ticket, we're going to 50-50 right now.
Starts with a check mark.
Trying to grow a 35-pin advantage. Gone.
Nice shot. Uncheck that check mark. Spare to stop the 3rd. The number 5 seed already beat the 4 seed, trying to beat the 3rd seed. Dean Sullivan on deck for the next match.
That was my fault.
Off to the left, he gets 6, has the 1, 7, 6, 10 right, 2 pieces of wood. 16 through 1 in the final string of the match. Candlepinsforcancer.com to donate any amount, $1, $2, $5, $1,000. Any amount in between is good. Candlepins number 4, cancer.com. $500 to $1,000 per family member. Anybody with cancer in the bowling community. Candlepins number 4, cancer.com. What a shot, almost.
I mentioned on the last broadcast I thought it was $17,000 given to families. Of course, that's correct, but that count is probably higher. But it's financial relief directly to families fighting the costs of cancer, and we thank you so much for anything you're able to provide.
10 for Lapierre, 26 through 2. So Paul Markey might need a 153 in this string, the way Scott's bowling. He's down 35 in the match coming in. Scores of 104 and 110, 214 through 2.
Well, the way I see it, he came in with a 35-pin difference after the first 2 strings, if my math is correct. So throwing a 135, well, would have been a challenge at first. Now he probably has to be more in the 150s, to your point.
He broke up the banana split, and he hits 9.
Ooh,
tap that 7-pin. Got 2 pieces of wood behind that front wood.
Yeah, caution. The double wood can sometimes spin out and do something nasty. We saw it happen to Jimbo Ayotte last time.
And Greg, I see 4 pieces back there.
It pile drives through for a spare. Markey on board to start. He got the pile driver to go.
Nice way to stop the 3rd string. Again, watch that thrilling qualifying round 6 Candlepins for Cancer. Here at Bowl-O-Rama on Candlepin Bowling Network. Put on a show. 688, 24 pins higher than his previous high 5. 8 in that fill, another chance here with the 4-7, 18 through 1.
He's getting his looks.
Down 35 coming in, up 2 right now on the string. Needs it, got it! Back to back to start the 3rd, 28 in the ball through 2.
Nobody's strung together 3 marks for bonus money yet. Markey has the chance to do that and get back into this match, especially against the LaPierre Open.
Scott Lapierre, 5 Pro Series wins in his career. 4 with his non-relative, Jeff Lapierre, 2 singles and 2 doubles event. And a Pro Series of Craig Holbrook as well. On the head pin for a strike, yes!
Oh, boy.
Look, my Candlepins for cast shot on the opposite side. Strike 36 plus 2 through 3 here in the 3rd.
Have we mentioned Paul Grant had the last strike on that show?
Maybe once in a while. I got to brag about something. My only claim to fame.
Oh, boy.
Crossing over, 7, 8. 3 to the right, 5 to the left. Working on a strike here on lane 9. Bowl-O-Rama in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. He's from Bowl-O-Rama, Sanford, Maine. 20-lane facility. 22 lanes here at Bowl-O-Rama in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Turning around, got it! Spare on strike. 46 through 3, 56 in the ball through 4. And every time Paul Markey gets going, Scott has an answer.
Fantastic shooting. Now both bowlers on back-to-back marks with a chance to cash in.
Are you guys mentioning the total all the time? Or who's
Paul Markey, use a hammer here. On the spare. Perfect shot, spread eagle plus the 8. 3 fill, 31 through 2. Right now, 5 in the string.
So
down 30 in the match.
So you think this game's easy just because the ball is lighter.
Just like golf. Skillful shot game. Frustrations like anything else, but and he ends up with a 9. 40 through 3, down 6 in the string. 41 in the match. He's up against a spare from Scott Lapierre. He's going to have to string a few together.
Difference is 51 with box.
51, yeah, with box in hand. 41 overall, box to box. And a lemon drop. He puts that $1 Candlepins for Cancer donation.
Oh, he knows.
We ask all bowlers to donate $1 optionally to Candlepins for Cancer on the 4 or 6 for your first shot, 5 on the mark optionally. A fun way to have a great cause, the lemon drop pool.
Of course, here of all days, we're definitely going to let them know that. But yeah, absolutely. Any league, any Candlepin league wants to take part in this, those dollars add up. And
absolutely. And some give $20. We get a whole bunch of $20 bills from that. Help the cancer victims. 48 with an 8 blocks for Paul Markey. 48 through 4. Scott Lapierre up 8 in the string plus a bonus ball. 43 in the match in this final string. Again, Dean Sullivan plays the winner of this match. Lapierre on the nose. 9, 10, strike on spare. Strike, spare, strike. Wow.
Did you tell him that the 3 in a row only pertain to the first string?
Give me some bonus money. He's going to bankrupt Al Johnson.
Uh-oh.
Just missed head piece. Got the 4 spin plus the 4 and 7.
What do you mean?
80 half. He had a 163 last match in the third string.
Still counting, too.
This would be amazing. Chopped out the 3 for a 5, Phil.
All right, so 81.
81. Nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
That's not good news for Paul Markey.
Don't hit the curve.
Got the head pin, but it ends up with a banana split. He chopped the banana in half, and one goes one way, one goes the other way. So I call it a banana split.
That's the first time he's left pins in a long time, but it's a bunch. It's 6.
87 through 6 here in the third.
Still leaves Markey in a tough position, but don't want to keep conceding these. Markey is very explosive at key moments.
Paul in lane 9 here in Portsmouth. Goes left, only 5.
Oh, too bad the 7 didn't trip.
Thank you again for watching all digital platforms, Candlepin Bowling Network and W.O.N Sports New York. Good off. Wow, what a shot for a spare. That was nice. Still has a chance. Needs to mark out.
That's similar to that leave. We usually see the 4-pin up in that situation, but boy, does that pin flying across the corner look sweet.
58 in the ball through 5. On the bonus, 7. 2-5 and a 7. 65 half. Down 16 box to box in a string, 51 in the match. For a spare, yes! 75 in the ball through 6, back to back. He was terrific in the qualifying round, that 5th string. Scott Lapia trying to get to face Dean Sullivan next. 87 through 6 as the 1-3-6.
This has happened a few times where Lapierre's hit that interior pocket and splashed out a bunch. Good break. Now a similar ball just like that to the right will deliver another spare.
A great crowd in here, Greg, today. A lot of donations also. Just missed the head pin, not by much, by a whisker.
Is it just me or is the crowd growing?
It's growing. All spread out here. 9 box, 96 through 7. So Paul's hoping he does not mark any more marks. He might need a double strike. He had double strike 9, that 5th string, that qualifying round, 153. Lapierre in the head pin, 9-10 strike!
That's a big one.
106 plus 2 through 8. Second strike of the string. Third strike of the string.
Yes, how about that? Imagine if they were consecutive. Unfortunately for Markey, it probably means it probably puts him in the miracle zone of needing a double strike at some stage.
One of the top bowlers in Maine, putting on a show here again in the third.
Pleasure to have you watching our show as well.
Paul Markey on the spare. Has 5. Make it 6. 81 through 6. For another one. No.
It is Markey's best string of the day. Already had 4 marks. Oh.
The scoreboard didn't update, so Scott Lapierre is fixing the score. He was on the wrong lane, that's why.
But that is the rule. If you bowl on the wrong lane, you keep going on that lane and then is promptly corrected. So the other lane following it.
10 box that time.
That's 10, yep. 10 box.
91 through 7. The 37-year-old are in trouble here in the third.
Scott Lapierre is fixing the scoring system for him like a good sport.
Grabs 4 that time. Scott Lapierre beat number 4 seed Jay Simino in the first ladder series. Now trying to beat number 3, Paul Markey here, and looking good. And Dean Sullivan's been tremendous. He's next. Next round, 8 box.
So for those of you watching live, we'll end the transmission after this.
99 through 8.
Can I see Paul's? Oh, he's got it. I don't know what Paul has for numbers.
On the head pin, 9. Working a strike.
No, 3.
A correction, $300 for the runner-up today, not $250.
I need to know his marks, though. Okay.
Scott LaPierre looking at a spare on strike opportunity. What you can see on the pin cam is a guide. Just like that.
Spare and strike. Putting the dagger. And scoreboard not updating. That should be 116 through 8, 126 in the ball in the 9th.
Scoreboard on home is okay, though.
Every string in the first 2 ladder series here, he's been above average.
I saw him Friday at the Friday Night Pro League, and he had a below average finish, but he was throwing. He said he was throwing really well. He was pleased with his ball, and just things weren't falling his way, especially in the second and third string.
So correction, it's 133 through. Scoreboard correction is off still.
Sorry, that's right. No, that's right.
Okay, that's right.
Tricky one here.
133 through 9.
Not sure that pin on the wood will help necessarily. Just spinning it tip first is tough.
And he got another one. 3 in a row. More bonus money. Al Johnson filing for bankruptcy. 143 the ball in the 10th. Shawn Baker, the number 1 seed here in attendance.
That puts him at 392.
8 fill for another 400 at 419 that first round.
Last ball.
And he falls 1 pin short. And Al K-Line, 399. Detroit Tigers.
$3.99.
$3.99. That cost him $100. Al, the sigh of relief, save him $100.
I'm giving him nothing.
What a string, 150. Wow. His 4th string average, the last 2 times out, 163 and 150. How about that?
So
that is qualifying averages. What do we have? 680.
399. He'll be moving on to play Dean Sullivan, our next ladder series. Number 5 seed will play the number 2 seed. As Paul Markey waits for that wood to settle down.
Rules are rules, but it's tough to wait for that piece of wood at a time like this.
And he picks it up for a spare. 109 the ball through 9.
I don't understand. Paul got 9, Scott had 425.
On the bonus, 8.
You know, if he completes the spare and gets a strike, there's bonus money. It's
Nice finish for Paul Markey, 117 through 9, and missed it. Into the 127, 3rd string. Ends up with 341. But Scott LaPierre again, red hot. 150, 3rd string takes it 399 to 341. The number 5 seed will now bowl Dean Sullivan next. Let's talk to the bowlers before we sign off. We'll talk to Paul Markey here. Scott LaPierre. Paul Markey didn't get that Didn't get the magic this last time, the qualifying round.
Yeah, we got something going on. I don't know what it is. Got some glitch in my swing, something. I can't figure it out. It's not hitting what I usually do. And anytime I go, I touch through or something like that. It happens.
Great third string. You have $300 for you.
Awesome.
For
Thank you.
coming up as a run-up today. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for supporting Candlepin Bowling Network. Now you can afford some wild shirts.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thanks a
All
lot.
right. Good luck.
We'll take you away, Scott. Scott, I'm telling you, with a wild shirt, you brought your son, your mother with you now.
Luck is there.
What's up with the third string? A 163 last time, now a 150. What's up with that?
Not about any stats, how you finish. You gotta finish.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm running hot. See if I keep it going.
For those out there that struggle, like he was punching out a lot, missing, how do you regroup without losing your mind?
Very hard to do, but you gotta just reset it and forget it. One box at a time. That's all you can do. You got 10 pins in front of you. That's all you got control of. You just gotta keep trying to knock them down.
Representing the state of Maine, really good hit so far. First 2 rounds winning. Now you play number 2 seed Dean Sullivan.
Yeah, we have a good battle. I know Dean for a long time. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
So $399, Al K-Line $399.
No, I know.
Just $100.
For another 100 there. That's right. Next match.
Okay, congratulations. $399 takes it over Paul Markey for Candlepin Bowling Network at W.O.N Sports. Paul Grant saying so long, along with Gouillart Bob Lee. We'll see you next time. See you later on. Thank you for watching.